of the release of the block. Now the nose is next. And this happened to be something I just found in some breakfast. Show the next one right, please. The nose is down here. And the first thing is going to be the slip block with the ball going away. He gets under the guard. Now we're going to read the back block. Come back. Come back. Now he's going to read what people call back block, gap block, whatever you might call it. But it starts out the same. This is slip. Now here's the back block. See the center's pads go? I don't believe I'm making a good point. You understand what I'm saying? It all started light. It all started light. The center went this way. He played the scoop block. But then when he read the back block on the backside tackle, he now played back into the guard. I don't believe I did a very good job explaining it. I just think it's helpful to your kids. I think if you teach in sequence like that, it's good learning for them. The angle of departure of the blocker tells everything to the defender. If the guy does this, it's reach block. If he does this, it's fan block. Right. Now he's got to work back to the guard. If the center slips the guy, he starts to play the slip. But if he sees the pad go this way and turn on the backside defensive tackle, he's now got to go back into the guard because it's going to be gap block.
How many plays slip? That's where I got confused.
Okay. Slip. There's two things. Slip and scoop. Brian, come over.
Yeah.
Slip and scoop. And then you can call it ham sandwich and turkey sandwich. I mean, it don't make a damn. I just happen to call it slip and scoop. All right, here's the nose tackle. Here's the three technique. Here's the five technique. When we define it as slip for our communication purposes, it means that this guy went around his body to go to the second level and avoided this guy. He slipped. Now, I cannot protect the linebacker. So Brian now is going to get on the heel line and replace the linebacker. Does that make sense? See, I never believed in trading 1 for 1. That ain't worth a dime. Okay? So I slip, stay right there. I slip to the backside linebacker. Brian can't help it. He's got to replace now because I got you backside linebacker. And if I can't get him something wrong, he's already lined up with one whole man inside of him. Are we good now? Can I go? Okay, scoop. Scoop is a different angle. Scoop is where they open your pad like this on the way to the linebacker. Now don't move, stay right there. They want to open that pad. Then they want the guard to work inside. The center, or whoever this guy is, goes to the backside linebacker. So the guard's got me, and the center's got this guy. And we got two behind the ball, and we in trouble. And we've traded 1 for 1, which ain't a good swap. Okay? So now here's what I want this guy to do. If he scoops me, I do not want him to get to that backside linebacker. So Brian is going to push like the devil and keep the line of scrimmage solid. Play the back door and let the linebacker fit off of him. And now they got 2 on Brian, and we got a free hitter. We have not traded 1 for 1. We got a 2 for 1 deal.
I think earlier in some of the work,
Pushing on the block.
yeah, they were chopping.
Right. Pushing on the block. We try to keep a half a man on. Okay? Let me just say, Brian, Brian's going to scoop me to get to the backside, go to the backside. So you're going to try to work through my hair. Work through that. That's the pushing we were talking about.
The keys, you have the angle of departure.
Right.
The eyes are on the shoulder.
When I'm playing an outside shade, that's the focus. Is grip the ball, and what we're looking at is the tip of the pad, not the V of the neck. When we're playing one gap, we're looking at the tip of the pad. Look, if I look at his neck, you always strike where you look. So, okay, learning to use a hand. This is a little clinic I did. Number one, neutralize the blocker, in the line of scrimmage, gain separation from the blocker, release the blocker, and make tackles. Here's what I believe, guys. You whip blockers with your hips and legs and lower back. You control the blocker and release the blocker with your hands. You don't whip him with your damn hands. You whip him with your lower back, your hips, and your body trunk. Okay, let's go to the next one. Points of emphasis, we talked about this, coach. Hand quickness, hand placement, defender's hand position and the angle of the hands, controlling and releasing the blocker with your hands. Run it, Ryan. Okay, good. Right there, stop right there. Supination, and I think I misspelled it. Forgive me, I can't spell with the shit up there. Is that right? All right. Supination. Here's our rule, guys. If the blocker attacks me above the waist, my hands are always supinated. The thumbs are up. My hands are supinated. If he attacks me below my waist, they're pronated. The thumbs are pronated. And how I learned supination from pronation was this. Somebody said carry a bowl of soup. I'm smart enough to know that you carry. When there's something to eat, I know what the hell you're talking about. Okay? So I know you carry a bowl of soup like that, not like that. So that's pronation and that's supination. Okay? So that's our rule. Thumbs up, elbows rolled in when the blocker attacks above the waist. There it is. Just a look at what we do as far as supination. Watch your nose here. Now, I hope you can see this. I'm going to come back and put a circle around it. He's got a white glove on a purple jersey, and I think you might can see it if it's not too light. Y'all see his thumb up? Thumbs up. Below the waist, thumbs down, just like the car. Thumbs down, and I got a bunch of shit there. I'm going to go on with that. Okay, good. Hold on. You asked me this question. Inside hand, we're 5 technique, we're 3 technique, we're 1 technique, we're tilt nose, we're 9 technique. Any outside technique, when the blocker, when I get a base block, I want one hand on the sternum, I want the other one on the bicep. Well, one hand on the sternum and one hand on the bicep. I'm having me a dummy built right now. It's got a little deal. It's going to be a good inch and a half, kind of a half little, about that big, but it runs down the dummy like this, and it's got an arm on it, where the guy can work his hands like that and work on placement. That's our placement with 1 gap technique. Inside hand in the sternum, outside hand on the bicep. That way I identify the gap, and the linebacker now knows where the hell he fits, because this one belongs to me. Okay? When I'm in here, he don't know where the hell to fit. If I'm 2-gapping, he don't have a gap. He's an overlap player. When I'm 2-gapping, then I'll show you things. Go ahead and ride over it. There it is right there. Now, go back, Brian. Coach, y'all have to look fast, but I think you can see this right here. Now, go ahead and show it before. If you'll look, you'll see this boy's nose. Sit him down. Okay. Above the waist, 2-gap player. That's what we just said right there. Thumbs up, elbows are rolled inward, hands in the armpits. Watch this right here. That's old boy just got the job with the Bears, defensive line coach. So proud of the old boy. He's done a hell of a job in the business, and he really wanted to coach pro ball. So he just became the defensive line. Hold it, run it back up. He just became defensive line coach of the Bears. I'm so proud of the kid. And this is what we talk about all the time. Inside hands win. Inside hands win. His are inside, he's going to win. Yours are inside, you're going to win. And this is a shot of the center. You can see Go ahead, Ryan. Reach block. See the Alabama center with them hands out there like that? Inside hands wing. Watch it here. Okay. Here's how. Stop that right there. The drill. Go right there. Stop. Right after this plate. Okay. Go back a little bit, please, Brian. Right there. Can you imagine me if you had that much problem? Let me tell you what I've done over the years that may make sense to you, may help you. I'm not familiar with California, so I really don't know how your rules are, I don't know. But I'm a guy that works all season, all summer, hell, everything else. It's taking that on me, because my guy's got a lot of shit to overcome to play good, be a good player for me. So anyhow, this is a drill right here that, this is a drill that we use in the off-season program, in the summertime, things like that. And what I found was, I was looking for some place to stick them hands, okay? And we never had pads on them at that time. So one day it dawned on me, I'll tell you what I was thinking about, guys. I was thinking about getting 2 pipes and coating them with rubber, where I could supinate, get my hands on them, and I thought, why don't I just use his damn arms? And really, and then if I want to be a one-gap player, and it's giving me something I could grab and supinate my hands. So I've taken it from the off-season program, and some of this is off-season program that you'll see. So we've kind of found a way to work, just like the porta pits. You know, it's illegal for us to have a sled, but the rule don't say shit about a porta pit. Y'all don't say nothing about that, because next year you'll say that. It would be like Colorado. Hell, it would be. Run that, please, Brian. 2 things that was supination that we talked about. And I slow-moed this, and you can see his hands. He's working hard to get those hands like we talked about. And here it is with a bag on the field. And you'll notice this is a nose. He's going to explode and step. And then he changed. Did y'all notice that? Run it back, Brian. Because he plays both sides of the center. We were a 3-4 team at that time. And so he's really, what he's doing now is adding his feet, which is the last thing I add. Okay? So here it is in off-season program. And then here is the same type drill. I tried to slow-mo this one, and you can see him throw his hands and shoot his hips. And then he staggers the other foot because he gets in that type of stance. Yes, sir.
In the off-season, before the pass, his hands were higher. I mean,
No, I just like this, kind of simulate his armpits. You know what I'm saying? Just try to put them at that angle. That's what I'm trying to do.
Hey, Coach, I had a question for you.
Yes, sir.
For the young kids, they come in and they're mostly right-handed on their stance.
Yes.
They always want to,
On a left-handed guy.
yeah, they always come in
And
mostly
then
right-handed.
hold it right there. You understand what you're saying. I always look for a left. Anybody left-handed? And that's, I try to find them first, okay? And then the other thing is, I try to find a guy who can make that transition, who's a predominantly right-handed guy who can get in a left-hand stance. Here's what we do. When we're one-gapping, we got the inside hand down and the inside foot stacked. Okay. So if you're on the right side, you're playing in left hand. If you're on the left side, you're playing right hand. Okay. If you're two-gapping, it don't make sense. It's almost parallel thing. Okay. Hand quickness. That was supination. Now we want hand quickness. And this is a little drill right here. And Brian will run pretty fast. I won't never get through, guys. It's too damn long, man. Hit! 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 I'm working now. Quickness of the hands. Run out like gloves. See the kid. This is a good shot if you can see it, guys. Watch your nose on the. Watch your nose on the out about on the center. Y'all see his hands? I know it's hard for Brian to get it this way. Watch. Y'all see the hands off the ground and on the man? Stop it. Well, in the zero technique, it just depends on. Let Coach want to know about a zero technique with the nose tackle, okay? Now, we played several different things. When we are a two-gap players, we're in a little bit different stance and take it a little bit different way. When we're in a one-gap, you know, we're attacking his ass on the snap of the ball. We play what we call read attack. Both of them are attacking the block. We play what we call read attack when they're head up with inside gap responsibility. When they're outside gap with outside gap responsibility, we play what we call attack react. Okay? Now, Coach, if we're playing attack react with the nose, he always has the backside eight. Because I know this, I don't know a lot, but I know this, you can't go up the field and play that damn gap. Because he's going to cut your ass. The law of physics is going to get your ass. And look, they ain't many people, there's probably a few people who convince me of that different, but by God, ain't many people. So I did it for so long, I know you can't do it. And I've had head coaches, God bless them, would say, well, you can't do that shit. If you're going up the field on the snap of the ball, let the guy play the back door of the blocker. Let him play the back gap because he can't play the front gap. Now, if you're going to play read attack with him, you get in here and read attack and you're attacking him at the angle of release, you can play front side eight. You with me? Yeah. And we coordinate with the linebacker. If the nose is, or you know, it don't make a damn. I say nose, three technique, whatever. If the down lineman is playing slow on the back side of the cutoff block, the linebacker needs to be playing fast. If you're playing fast with the down guy, the linebacker should be playing slow, where you got both of those gaps. Okay, so we're getting cutoff block this way, and we're playing back door. Okay, he's playing back door. Then somebody's playing out the front side. If I'm playing back door, if I'm playing front door, somebody's got to have the back door. So everything we do is coordinated with where the front's playing, how he's playing, and how he's hooked up with the linebacker. And then, any further than that, how's he hooked up with run support? Do we want to throw the ball inside, or do we want to push the ball outside? Two gappers push the ball outside. One gapper's throw the ball inside. That make any sense? And then the linebacker, you know, brother, the guy I was telling you about this, you know, I wish y'all knew brother, the hell is football coach. Brother called 9-on-7 or inside drill in Alabama during Coach Bryant's time. You know what they call that drill? Fit drill. Fit drill. It was the linebackers fitting off the fronts. That's what it's all about. Fit drill. That's what they call it. That makes
sense. Two gaps for two gap liners. Feet are even.
Yeah, he can stagger a little bit, but he don't need to have that damn weight roll forward bigger shit.
That's what I was asking.
Right. That's right. You're right. Right. That's right. Hips up, right. And the first thing, let me say this to you before I know I'm getting my ass. But let me tell you something, huh? You shitting me. I am getting my ass, huh? Listen, the one thing, now this will be debatable with some guys in this room. And let me say this, guys. I am not saying I'm right. I believe I'm right, but I ain't saying that you can do it. Y'all win games and know how to do shit. The thing that we talk about is this. Hands, hips, then feet. Hands, hips, then feet. The last thing that comes with us is the feet. Now, I know the school of thought, okay? I follow these guys and I have these badass habits to break. I know the school of thought, people say, replace your front hand with your down foot, with your staggered foot. Have y'all heard people talk about that? Okay. Let me tell you, I'll buy you a big old damn steak downtown, San Diego, some damn where, if you can do this, you replace that, and your head stay down straight. Unless you're having contortions. Because when you step under your body, where your front hand was, your shoulder pads come up. And that's when you get cancer. Not really, but that's what I tell you. I'm worried about you. You're going to get cancer if you get the damn kids right. And then they left it at okay? You want to explode out of the hips and legs. I use this shot right here because of the stripe on the pants. This kid does a great job. If you're watching, and if you go, son, roll through a couple of shots, and you'll see. Boom. Watch his hips. Okay, good. And block release is really important to us. Getting off, whipping the blocker's ass is one thing. Getting off the block violently is another thing. Run that back one time. Watch the nose here. This is a release spin tackle, which they're working on right here. And watch the nose here. We did 6-point explosion. We did lead-up drills. Guys that were in, we did lead-up drills. This is a shot right here. This is a nose guard with getting his hand in on the center real good. We talked about quickness of hands. And you see the jack in that center pretty good. And Jeff hitting the Pentagon and everything. He said, what are we going to eat tonight? He said, no, it's another Pentagon we talking about. He's thinking the Pentagon cafeteria. Where the hell are we going to eat tonight? But anyhow, he's a great kid. Go back with it, right? But he's trying to do it here and show you the drill. He's trying to do it right here on this one, watch it. And he does it really, really slow. Now pop your head. There you go. Now he does it better. But that's basically what we're trying to get out of this drill. I think that's really important. Strike the blocker. Henry Thomas does a hell of a job against everything here. He's got the center's ass whipped, and then he gets his eyes directed to the ball carrier, and he comes off and makes a play. Henry Thomas was real hard to coach, guys. He's a hell of kind of a. Here's a really good play. This is a one-gap player. Take that one back right. And you watch his hand placement. You see one hand out on the center throat, and you see the other one on the bicep. And he does a great job of controlling the blocker, playing that A-gap, and then crossing and making the play. Separation. Pretty heavy sled or the flexible steel. And what we're looking for is, like you see here at the nose, this is a really good shot against Auburn. You see, it's really inside the hands and good separation. This is a 5 technique against Florida. Playing out there, and he overlaps and makes the play. And if you watch the Florida offensive tackle, he does a great job. It's good separation, isn't it? Good separation. And this is a 4 technique up here at the top. Watch him. This is against Gandy, a really good player, still playing pro ball somewhere. And one down here at the bottom. That's not Mark. That's Mark. Watch this guy against Florida State tackle here. Good separation. Gets his hands in place. Gets good separation. And actually pulls the ball out here and creates a turnover. Watch the left thigh outwork to the tackle here. That good separation outworks you. Don't get much help from the outside of the basic play. And here's the deal. You'll see that it comes back and you'll see the right 4 technique over here. Got the hand in the throat. I don't recommend it with one hand. Run that back up. I don't recommend it to them with one hand, but that worked out pretty good for me. Watch the nose and the right thigh here. This is a really good job of explosion and separation. And I think this is the last shot. I'll move on. right here. I tell you something else that's a really good coaching point. Right here, if and it's not what we're talking about, run it back one time, right? If you can stop them in that freeze mode, I'll show you what I'm talking about. You see the angle of the back? This is his own offense. See the angle of the back? What we try to get them to do, now Brian, stop it right there. When that back shoulder's at that angle right there, we try to hold the blocks, hold the point we call it. Because for the nose here, with this back, with his angle being what it is, inside the tackle box, there's always the threat of the cutback. If it's the wide zone, and he's going, or toss sweep, or whatever, if he's going with his shoulders turned to the boundary, and it's going outside the tackle box, then we open our hips and run. Release the blocker, open our hips and run. On this particular play, and I just have to say it's what really I want you to see separation. Run it down. Look at the back. He's going to make the cutback. Back to the back is going to make the cutback, and you see the nose makes a play. But it's basically because he held his point. When the ball is in the cylinder, we want to hold our point. When the ball is working outside the cylinder, we can get off the block and run. Does that make sense? That's a good coaching point. Stop a minute, Brian. I'll tell you where I learned it. I was working with Coach Arnsberg, who I talked about at length a while ago, but shit, I mean, these guys are great. He's a great one. I'm telling you. Anyhow, Bill used to tell the linebacker, Kurt Schottenheimer, Marty's brother, coaches linebacker, and Bill used to tell the linebacker, how long do I play cutback? If the back is working inside the tackle box, I need to work to the line of scrimmage and play the cutback. If the back is working for width and he's got his shoulder turned, all I need to do is come off the cutback and run, because he's not going to cut the damn ball back. So I thought, you know what, damn, that's smart. That's a good point. So I took that and applied it to the fronts. And it's really been a nice coaching point. It's really helped us. This is a shot against Southern Cal in 1984. And what I like about this shot is, and we're talking about separation here, what I like about this shot right here is we jolted both offensive guards. This Southern Cal team won the Rose Bowl that year, won the pack, and then won the Rose Bowl. They had some really good plays. Started from the top, if you would, Robert. Our 2-2 techniques right here, both of them do a really good job of playing the blockers and really coming out of their legs and jolting them guards. But if you look closely at it, the one on the left doesn't do a good job of getting separation. The one on the right does. And the tailback runs right by the one, because he did a great job of explosion, but he didn't do the good job of separation. So he didn't find the ball. Okay? And let's stop doing it tight, because I'm getting to what the hell I was supposed to get to after about 3 days. Okay. And then the foot cross. Explode, then the foot cross. Coaches, can y'all see that? Explode, then the foot. You see that one really good. Run that back. Explode, then the foot. Go, run that back. Y'all see that? See, let me tell you guys, I believe this. I've been listening to people at clinics all my life, and they tell me things.